Today we are getting better at tens and units times units. Here's the calculation, 13 times 5. Look at how I've set it out. How did I get the answer, 65? I'll give you 10 seconds to work out the answer, or how I got the answer. Here's how I've done it. First of all, I drew myself a grid. Then I partitioned 13 into 10 and 3. I put 5 here on my grid. Next I did 5 times 10, which is 50, so the answer went here. After that I did 5 times 3, which is 15, and the answer went here. Once I had these two answers, I then added them together using the column method, making sure that the units lined up and the tens lined up. Once I'd added these two figures together, I then had the answer 65.
Here is our success criteria. First, draw a grid. Now, partition the two-digit numbers into tens and units and add them together on the grid. Now, multiply the numbers together. Finally, add the two numbers together using the column method.
Here is another example. Take a look at the success criteria. First of all, I drew a grid. Then I partitioned the two-digit number into tens and units and added them to the grid. So I partitioned 16 into 10 and 6. I put the multiplication sign in the top left-hand corner to remind me which operation I'm doing. Now I need to do the multiplication. So first of all, I times 3 by 10, which equals 30. Then I times 3 by 6, which equals 18. Finally, I need to add the two answers together using the column method. That is 30 and 18. I need to remember to line up my units and my tens. And the answer is 48.
Right, so let's have a look at this next calculation. Here I have 24 times 3. So following the success criteria, first of all, I need to draw myself a grid. So now I've drawn my grid. Next, I need to partition the two-digit number, which is 24. So I've partitioned the number 24 into 20 and 4, and I've placed it here on my grid. Next, I'm going to put the multiplication sign here in the top left-hand corner. Now I'm going to place the 3 underneath the multiplication sign here. Now I'm going to multiply the numbers together. So first of all, I'm going to look at 3 times 20. And because we know that 3 times 2 is 6, I know that 3 times 20 will be 60. Now I'm going to look at 3 times 4, and we know that 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to place that there. Now I've got the answers 60 and 12. I'm going to add both of those numbers together using the column method, making sure that my units line up and that my tens line up. Because we know that 0 add 2 is 2, I'm going to place that there, and 6 add 1 is 7. My answer is 72. Let's look at the next calculation. Here I have 36 multiplied by 3. I have two answers, one in black and one in red. I'll give you 10 seconds to work out which calculation is correct. You are correct. The black calculation is the one that is right. That is because 3 times 30 equals 90 and 3 times 6 equals 18. Now that I've added these two digits together, I have got 108. So I'm going to write that here. Here are 5 calculations. Follow the success criteria, and then once you've done the 5 calculations, Speak to your teacher as to what to do next.